So, we're gonna play my microphone like a banjo for now at the start of these videos. You ever look at your ads and think to yourself, why are these things not scaling? Why are they not converting higher? Why do I always get to a certain point and I spend more money and then it doesn't convert? Or maybe it doesn't convert at all. You ever wonder why that's happening? It's probably because your ads suck. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. It's a problem with the internet. It's not a problem with your ads. But here's why they're not converting. Okay? All right. It's because of two simple things. You are not getting people's attention and you're not convincing them with enough oomph, with enough power, with enough prowess that clicking on your ad is going to benefit them. They don't believe you. They're not paying attention to you. If you just fix these two things, you are going to make so much more money from your ads. And I can tell you this because what I'm going to show you in this video, I used to scale one ad campaign past $100,000 per day, just $100,000 cash, of probably about $25,000 to $30,000 a day in ad spend. I've also used this to grow a SaaS business past $100 million valuation, so it's worked pretty well for me. Now, of course, if you're making $500,000 a day, $1 billion SaaS valuation, don't listen to me at all, because you are a wise silverback gorilla on a hill. But if you're below that, you should listen. You should apply this to your ads, because this is going to fix 90% of your ads. Anytime my ads are not working correctly, I just come back and do this. This works on YouTube, this works on Facebook, this works on TikTok, because it is the basis of human convincing and communication. So apply this, let me show you. So look, you can use this literally everywhere. TikTok, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, it does not matter. If you are trying to talk to someone in a way where the goal is to get them to click something and go somewhere and hear more about it, this is how you communicate with them, period. Now, look, this is a two-part video. This video right here, I'm going to introduce you to the communication style and the concept. You can just use this framework everywhere, but you're probably not going to want to think for yourself because who wants to do that, okay? And so I've made these videos bite-chunked because I'm fully aware and empathetic that you have TikTok brain. You can't focus on one video for more than 10 minutes at a time. So you can watch this video and then you can come back a year later after committing to improving your business and catch the second video. The second video that I'm going to link to at the end of this video has an entire breakdown of this script being applied in YouTube ads. So you can go and see an ad that I created from it. You can see the script walk through. It's all on YouTube. It's all for free. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want your juicy attention and viewership. So I'm just going to give you stuff that's made me tons of money to bribe you for that. So look, let's get down to this. You have about 45 seconds in an ad. Let me make sure. See, I'm already off the screen. I really got to work at this content creation. I'm kind of new to it, so bear with me. Look, when you're communicating with anybody and you want to get them to do something on the internet, you have about 45 seconds. But you don't even have 45 seconds. You have chunks to get them to the 45 seconds. And 45 seconds is the optimal amount of time to get them to then do the thing you want them to do. But you need to persuade them enough in this 45 seconds to get them to do it. 45 seconds, you try and do it in 5 seconds, they don't do it. You try and do it in a minute and a half, they've already lost attention. This is the magic sweet spot. And it's broken down into subsectors. So we have the first 10 seconds, and we even have the first 5 seconds in that. Then we have the next 20 seconds, and then we have the final 20 seconds with the final 5 seconds, that is the CTA. Okay, so what do we do here? The first 5 seconds of any communication is hooking the person. What does this mean? It means getting their attention and creating interest in relation to something they want that ties into your business. So for example, when you watch the beginning of this video, what's the first thing I talked about and laid out there immediately? That this is going to improve the results of your ads across your business. But I also did it in a funny, weird way by talking all sorts of hoopla and passive aggressively talking shit to you. You're like, whoa, what's going on? This guy's a dick and he's promised me ad results. What's happening? One, that's just how I talk in videos. But two, I'm predispositioned to speak in this form of communication because I've been doing ads for so long. I no longer function as a normal human being. I just completely communicate in copywriting form. But we have to go out there and think about what pain or what goal can we trigger in the person. It's usually pain. That's the best way to roll with it. And then how can we put it in an attention grabbing way? So if you look at any of my ads out there, even the low effort ones, I'll put like an Iron Man thumb drive, or I'll be wearing a Pikachu onesie. And what I will then do is make a big, bold promise. So we want to do something that gets their attention, okay? And we might want to make a big, bold promise backed up usually with some interesting stat, a very detailed and precise stat, because the more precise you are, the more interesting it is. So for example, if I just start an ad and say, hey, do you want to improve your ad results? You're like, sure. But if I'm like, hey, in a Pikachu onesie wearing a wizardry hat, a Harry Potter hat. Or let's even make it even weirder. Let's say I hold a goldfish in front of you and say, this is proven across 153 businesses to increase ad results by 15.3%. You're like, whoa, wait. What's this goldfish doing? And then I have you with this interesting stat or this big, bold promise. And so this hooks the person. We want to make a big, bold promise right here. Now, the next 10 seconds are backing up that promise with undeniable proof and results. So what you want to do in your business is you want to get your customers results. I know that's a far-fetched thing that people don't really like to do anymore, but you should really get them results, and then you should get testimonials. You should film them in the wild using your product and going like, oh wow, this is an absolute ass. So assuming you can do that one basic step, I'm going to assume you can, okay? If you're watching this video right now and you're like, I'm like, you got to collect results from your customers. You're like, but I don't have any of those. So what do? I'm like, I can't help you, okay? But if you're one of those people that's not running an MLM or Ponzi scheme online, you're good. So what we need to do is collect results from our customers. Specifically, I'll give you a few techniques that work really well for me, is get your product in the hands of influencers and bigger names for free. Get them to use it and get them to leave testimonials and result in return for whatever. Just get it done. That works really well as well. So for example, at Hyros, my ad attribution company, we have an agency that runs Tony Robbins ads, Playboy's ads. We have Jay Shetty on there. Patrick Bet-David uses it. Or for example, in like SaaS, we get large businesses like ClickFunnels or up and coming businesses like RunPod, businesses that matter to the target customer. Okay, so for example, if I'm trying to target info marketers, I want to use testimonials from like Grant Cardone or something. If I want to target SaaS marketers, I want to use testimonials from like ClickFunnels or large SaaS businesses on our platform. And we have all those testimonials because frankly, when people plug their ads in the Hyros, they make 15-20% more guaranteed. You should use it. But whatever, that's not for you because you don't like making more money. The bigger point is get testimonials no matter what, and get testimonials from people that are going to be similar to the customer you're trying to acquire. Now, make those testimonials focus around your big promise. So for example, if I talk about in an ad how Hyros is going to increase people's ad scale, I get a bunch of ad scale testimonials and then I show those and I back them up. And what I'll do a lot of times in videos is make a giant page of testimonials and scroll past them in a really obnoxious way. I've been doing this for almost 15 years. When I used to launch products on Warrior Forum, way back in the day, I would find hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. That's just the one thing I would do when I made a product. And then I would just paste them all on a page. So it took a person like 10 minutes to scroll past all of them. It's an extremely effective tactic. So I back up the big, bold promise. So what I've done is I've gotten the person's attention and I've triggered some pain or reminded them of some pain or made some big promise of a benefit or a result, and then I've backed it up. And then what I do is I explain how that is accomplished without explaining it at all. So for example, what you want to do is you want to make the person watching the ad feel that they are missing out and not doing something. And so what you want to explain is you want to explain that thing they're not doing, but not in a way they can understand per se. So for example, at Hyros, I'll point out how ad platform tracking is just wildly inaccurate. And if you're using that, you're using the wrong data. And if you're using the wrong data, you're going to lose a ton of money. And then that trains your AIs completely wrong on ad platforms. Thus you make less money. And Hyros fixes that by using a new form of print tracking and AI optimization. Now, what does that mean? If we really boil it down, did I explain how it does anything? No, not really. That is what it does, but that just creates interest and makes you feel like you're not using this and you're just losing tons of money. So I got your attention, I proved that everything I'm saying works, and then I made you feel like you're doing something that is causing you all sorts of pain and not getting you the result you want, and you don't understand it. So now you feel like you're missed out. You're like a person on the outside of a club. Not being let in. What a lot of people do at these points in their videos is they try and explain their product and how it works. We don't want to do that. We want to get the click. And so this next 25 seconds, we're really going to be focusing on the click, and we're going to break this down into 2 points right here. So I just show them all these results and I explain how it works right here. Now they're thinking, how do I do this too? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to click this ad and we can plug that exact thing into your business without any effort today and get you the same results as all the results I showed you before. Now, what we like to do at Hyros is I like to add on to that, hey, if it doesn't get you that result, you don't pay for it. So this makes the person go, this guy's insane. This must actually work, or this guy's running the dumbest ad campaign in history. You don't have to throw that in. I know not everybody can guarantee that, but having some form of a crazy guarantee is usually helpful in ads. Also in your business, if you are selling a product that doesn't get results, and the way you're keeping and making money is keeping people who don't get results as money, eventually the business dies. So having a crazy refund guarantee is just in your favor. Yeah, you're going to get more refunds at first, but you're going to solve and plug the problems in your business, and keeping people's money who don't want you to have it makes them mad, and then you ruin your business's reputation. But who cares about that? Let's just print money by putting Hoopla on Google Ads. But this is what we want to do in the final 20 seconds. Okay, look, if you want to get that result I just talked about, if you want to fix this pain, click this ad, go here, do this thing. We will get you this result with very little effort. Just, you want to make it as little effort as possible. You're going to get this result if you just click this ad. We actually guarantee it. Now, this is a really forthcoming ad. If you are running, for example, you're going to see in the next video linked after this, me running this like webinars for info products. The goal there is to get them to join the webinar, the free event. Okay, so this, in my higher ads, we're going for the call. In other ads, I'm going to show you we're going for a webinar sale. There's other ads I'm going to show you where we're going for like an e-commerce sale. So you really want to bend the pitch around that. And in the final 5 seconds, what you want to do in the ads is give them time to click. So re-emphasize, click, hey, go here, click now. This ad will end here in a second. Go here, click now. A lot of times I'll just do a black screen with a button on it. Why? Because what people do is a lot of people will wait till the end of the ad, and then it will just end and it will move on to the video, and they're like, well, I'm not going back to find that ad. So that's just a little handy thing you can do right there off the end of it. And so this is what you need to do to convince people to do things in an ad. It usually takes about 45 seconds. If we're going into a minute 30, which sometimes I will do in ads, but all the core message, the core thing I'm getting done is always done in this first 45 seconds. And then I'll use an extra minute 30 to do extra stuff that you will see in the videos after this that I'll link to. Again, on YouTube, there's no opt-in or pitch I'm trying to get you into. But we need to accomplish this in the first 45 seconds, and 90% of our hoopla is going to get done in this first 45 seconds. And if you look at my sales videos, it's really just this, but longer, which is what happens on the page they go to. So that's the lesson for the day. This right here is what, this is how you should make almost every ad. It just works. There's other things you can do like testimonial mashups and images, but if you're making video ads to cold customers, this is what really has gotten it done for me in every format for almost a decade. You should use it. Now, what should you do? You should subscribe to this channel because I'm gonna make more videos like this, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about, unlike everybody else on YouTube. And I'm not selling you things. This is a great place for you to hang out. On top of that, after this video, I said it's a 2-part video. You wanna see the script, you wanna see this actually being applied in action, right? Watch the video that's gonna show up after this video. It's gonna be a big black screen. There's gonna be a video on there with the video. You should click it. It will show you all this in action. You can apply it, and it will get you better results with your ads. So I'll see you in the next video.